We're back. You're wearing the same clothes as in the last video.
Yeah, because we filmed it 2 seconds ago. There's a long list here, and a lot of things are getting crossed off. But we want to talk about, we're on a mad rush because, well, from filming this video, we're just under 2 weeks from when we need to be at the track racing this thing, like our first event. And with that said, for the last couple of weeks of hammering hard on this car, sound hot?
Sounds hot.
Sounds hot. We have done very little filming. We have some footage, but Clayton's going to get, we've been slacking because we've been trying to hammer out things on this list. With that said, we're going to go through and show you a bunch of the stuff that we've done, talk about it, show you some B-roll, bring you guys up to speed on where we are with the car, and let's get to it. So we're working on the drag car today. As you can see, the valve cover has been completed enough that we've been able to test fit it. It does need to be painted, cleaned up a little bit more. We're not sure what color we're painting it, but we do think we're going to paint the intake manifold black. So give us your thoughts. I'd asked this on Instagram. Should it go Nardo gray? Keep in mind, black intake manifold, Nardo gray valve cover, or a red valve cover? Black. Leave your comment. Clayton says black. I'm tired of looking at it black. It's going red or gray. On that note, we did get a bunch done on this thing aside from the valve cover. We did get the windows in. So the Lexan windows are in. Well, they're not Lexan, they're polycarbonate windows. And today we're going to work on the fire suppression. We have had all the front end on and everything, and you'll probably see in this video, it's actually being primed now. So we're getting very close to painting and getting the front end finally finished, the hatch and all that stuff. But we're working on the fire suppression today. We kind of have it all laid out. This just looks like somebody threw those down, but they're all kind of laid out as we want. We're going to go 2 over the fuel cell, 1 at the back of the engine. I'll kind of show all that here. We're going to do 2 here, 1 pointing in, 1 pointing down at the fuel cell, 1 back here, 1 there, and then 2 in with the driver pointing at me. So Clayton's in there just dreaming of how that's all going to go. So we're going to probably, I don't know if we're going to set up time lapse or what we're going to do. This will probably be pretty boring to watch. So maybe we'll just bring you up to date when we get some lines run. All right, we're making some progress here. So the line's going to come up here, as you can see, goes in behind the catch can, runs along the firewall. None of this is completely zip tied in for final, so it's going to look straighter and a little bit cleaner. It goes over there. You can kind of see the end of the line at the end of the roll cage. Clayton's over there bending some more. And then it's going to come out here. Well, it's going to tee right there, as you can see, and then there's going to be a line that comes up. Actually, I'll get in the car and show you guys what's actually taking place. There's going to be 1 that sprays down on my feet. Again, none of this is 100%, but 1's going to spray on my feet, and then 1's going to come up the roll cage and spray directly towards my head, chest area, and then... That's where you like it. What? What are you saying, Clayton?
So that's where you like it.
That's where I like it? Spraying on my head? Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't say face. And then yeah, it's coming out here, and then we're going to run down along the frame rail here. So there's going to be a nozzle spraying up under here out to the engine, 1 at the end spraying, and then like I said, same on the other side, but at the end of that rail, we're going to have 2, 1 pointed directly down onto the fuel cell, and then 1 at the engine, kind of like this side. So we're making some progress, and I believe the parts are primered, so we'll go take a look at that in a minute as well. All right, so I think the last thing I mentioned, or I had mentioned in this video, that the parts were going to get primered. They have since been all primed now, and the front end it's not together at all. Literally, the panels are just laying there, so I didn't have to trip over them. But it's all one color, the front end is anyways. It still has quite a bit of work to do. Just everything has to be blocked out now, and for anybody that's done any sort of let me switch it back around. For anybody that's done any sort of body work, it's brutal. I hate it. I can do it, and I will be the one blocking all these panels out, unfortunately for myself. But it's all at least in one color now. Makes it a little bit easier to identify any of the little dents or anything. The bumper needs a little bit more work. There's a couple little things in it, but the blocking stage will help pinpoint all of that stuff. So I have a bunch of sanding to do. We did finish up with the, well, mostly. I still need to do the pull handle for the fire suppression, but I'll show you all that once we get all the parts and everything off the car again. So now I got to do a bunch of sanding to finally get to the end of the body work and nonsense with this to get the parts painted. We have to do a little bit of bumper reinforcement. We'll show you in here. We're going to build some brackets out from the frame rail out to the fender itself. That will support both the fender and the bumper. So we have a little bit of work to do, which needs to be done before, obviously, it goes to paint. But we're going to get the parts sanded, get the brackets and a few things built. We got to build the wing as well, which we're going to do on the hatch. Hatch has been primed as well. It's on there. So let's get to sanding and doing all that nonsense so you can see this thing finally together. Can't wait. Okay, it's Saturday. We're working on the drag car. We have
all the stuff on, right? The mics and stuff?
I got this mic on.
It's plugged in?
I'm filming in slow motion.
God.
We have a list of things we're going to try to accomplish. There's a lot to do. I've already crossed one thing off the list, though, re-welded the brackets for the bumper. We do have that mounted. We haven't shown you guys any of that yet. We did paint this also, black. Needs a little bit of a touch-up maybe still, but it looks way better than it did when it was silver. We're still going to paint the valve cover too, but anyways, we got a list of stuff. Let's see how many things we get through today. Clayton's got a makeshift paint booth here with the piece of paper. Are you filming?
I'm filming.
Oh, it doesn't beep like my camera does.
No. Beep.
There, that's better. Clayton's going to have to do tons of B-roll of this stuff, but I'm going to start rambling off some of the things we've done. Clayton finished the lines on the catch can, as you can see.
We finished the valve cover.
Valve cover, it still needs to be painted, so it wouldn't be finished yet, but that's the raw version of it. Caps on, coils all fit great, larger -12 AM lines. So that's going to come off, get painted. We just wanted to do the lines and stuff on that. We did a dry brake clutch line, slave line. Can't see that, it's hidden anyways. We did that. We did brackets to hold the bumper out, Clayton. Mm-hmm. You remember doing those?
Oh, yeah.
Fun times. So the bumper now, it's kind of floating. The bumper is all on and in its home, which we never had done. I have most of the pieces all sanded for, I think I got a little bit of footage of sanding. Okay. I hate my life. Sanding, brutal. Fenders, hatch, bumper still needs to be sanded, hood sanded. The trim, everything's primed now, as you can see. Actually, they wouldn't have even seen any of it in primer at this point. So that's all been done. We took the intake manifold off and wrinkle coated it black multiple times.
Yep, like 3 different times.
Right. We got, you'll get some on the footage of this. We got the door windows in.
Yeah.
That was like, I don't know how long ago that was. Robbie did that. What else did we do, Clayton? We did, what do I say? Paint bracket. What was the paint bracket?
I don't know. We painted a bracket.
Okay. Pull handle we did. That's a little.
It's
we might not show you that one.
No, we're going to show it.
We did all the stuff for the wing, Clayton. We're going to show you all that in a second.
I'll wait until you guys see
It's the best Mark III air brake wing ever in existence.
Yeah, ever. Like, it's the best one.
It's the best one.
Best one ever.
Clayton had to cut under the hood because the hood was dented. We fixed that. That's minor. Reassembled the manifold. Obviously, that's all done. We did all the parachute mounting and stuff. Mm-hmm. We'll show you some of that when we get in the car. Yeah, we did the mounts. Like we did different mounts for the bumper. I think he's kind of. Oh yeah, we welded that on. Didn't even film any of that. I did today. We did the pin holes. Yeah, for the rad support. Yeah, for the rad support. That's a big one. Fits good. And last week I posted a video. Yeah, you scratched that out. That's good. Scratched that off the list. Parachute cables we did. Yep. Did the rad support and the pins. The list is longer than this because we got another list going on over there that we've crossed things off of. But it's getting really close. I'm going to stop rambling right now, and we're going to go inside and show you some of the stuff we got going on with the wing and some of the parachute and all that stuff mounting we got done. Okay, Clayton, get to it. Clayton, you know what? We didn't even talk one thing about the fire suppression because we did that so long ago. Yeah. We did that so long ago. We already mounted the bottle a long time ago, but we did the rest of the fire suppression so long ago that we didn't even have it on this list.
Yeah, well, I'll show that. I'll B-roll all that stuff.
So we got, with the fire suppression, we got 2 nozzles in the car, one pointing at my feet, one pointing basically at my face. We got, what do we got, 5 nozzles out there?
Yeah, a bunch. Yeah,
5 nozzles. Those. Yeah, so he'll film a bunch of that. We have also mounted a CO2 bottle. This is for the, we did a air brake on the wing. Move my hand.
I know. Yeah.
Fire suppression here. Everything's in arm's reach, obviously, for when I'm strapped in. Clayton, can you see over there? We put a USB cable
I can see behind
direct right there so that it's easy access. So when you're sitting outside the car or whatever, this ECU is wireless as well. But Google's trying to, Siri's trying to have a hard time here. So yeah, if we need to plug in, it's easy access. Up top, Clayton, we got the parachute mounted. We built a bracket, everything, so parachute does its thing. Everything is good there. I think inside the car, other than running the one other airline from the solenoid, there's a solenoid packed up under here. I think inside the car, aside from the seat belts and the vent line for the catch can, the inside's done. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this video.
Yeah, the main attraction.
Well, there's a lot of stuff, but we're pretty happy about this next one. Clayton, parachute. I'm gonna redo this, I think, but at least it's mounted. We can use it.
We can go racing.
We can go racing now. Can you look at it? Would you look at it?
Could you say
that? Would you put that clip in there?
Yeah, I'll put that in there.
Would you look at it?
I don't like, the only thing I don't like or like the look of this. I think we might have to change those.
The Clecos? Yeah, we're gonna have to remove the Clecos.
They're not staying on there.
The wing or the hatch still needs to be painted, so this is obviously just on here temporarily. But nobody offers a air brake. So for guys that don't know a lot about drag racing, sport front wheel drive cars, the back end of these cars are extremely light. These are basically
Dave and I could
wheelbarrows.
probably lift it. And
I can lift this car off the ground.
Yeah, look at him. Look at those arms.
Yeah, muscles. They're extremely front weight heavy, front weight biased. So the back is extremely, extremely light in these cars. That's not just the Volkswagens, all the Hondas. Any front wheel drive car that you see drag racing that's going fast, they're basically wheelbarrows. So with that said, when you get to the end of the track, most of the time that guys have had accidents is that the rear end of the car lifts off the ground. And Clayton, you might even be able to put some footage in here of some cars that have had that problem. That's not even just hammering on the brakes or the parachute or whatever. Even just letting off the throttle and the engine braking itself, the car's so light that it'll nosedive and lift the back end of the car off the ground. And then it can be mayhem after that, especially when the parachute deploys, etc. So a lot of guys now are starting to build some sort of air brake, and Clayton will have all kinds of B-roll of this. So we spent a lot of time, I would say.
Like 5 hours, maybe?
No, times 10. Like, no joke, I'm looking dead into the camera. I would say Clayton and I, with the two of us working on it, we have 50 hours into it.
And then Robbie helped a bunch too. Yeah.
50 hours. But we had to make a whole bunch of mistakes. Right?
We
didn't make, not a whole bunch, we made a few mistakes.
Yeah, we had to do the sides a couple times. But
redesigning it, cut everything on the plasma, everything that we did. So
yeah, it's double layered. It's not the best wing ever.
No.
For the sake of being easy. Like, we had to make it the best.
We made it the best. You're right, Clayton. You're right. So we did it in, it's basically multi-layered. So the outer, as Clayton will show up underneath here, we did it basically like a skeleton to give it more structure and more strength. And then we just basically skinned it with thinner aluminum on the outside. So we know that it's strong. The point of it is that when you get to the end of the track, I was rambling on and I got lost track of what the point of this. When you get to the end of the track, you let off the gas, you start putting on the brakes and just pulling the chute. This is going to...
Don't do it, don't do it,
Don't do it?
No, we want to show them later. They're going up.
It basically comes up and puts a lot of downforce on the back of the car to keep the ass end of the car on the ground. So Clayton wants to show it. You want to demonstrate?
Yeah, let's demonstrate it.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Pause.
So this will be hooked up to the CO2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we'll have it programmed to go off when we want to.
Yeah, but we'll show you.
Just a little quick demonstration.
Yeah, so end of the track, shutdown area.
That was weak.
That was weak. Do it again, yeah, one more time.
It's a little weaker,
Do it
a
again.
little more.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Do it one more time. Oh, that's...
The hatch isn't even shut.
Let's do it again.
It's probably lifting the hatch off the...
Yeah, pretty badass.
So we built all the brackets. I just cut them all in the plasma table. I mean, Clayton will have lots of B-roll of this. If we had to remake it, I don't know, $5,000?
Yeah.
The amount of time that we have into building this thing from scratch is a lot. But because this thing is a huge money pit, I want to keep it as safe as I can. And I think the guys that have done air brakes like this have had great success, and the car feels a lot more stable as they continue to go faster. So I wanted to put the extra effort into doing it. What do you guys think of this thing?
So
like
maybe what I might do right now is put a little bit of music in and
Put
actually
music in?
do like...
What kind of music?
No, not quite. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, okay.
And, show this thing off because it needs some showing off.
Yeah, it took us a lot of time. We're very proud of it. It's not 100%, obviously. It needs to be attached to the hatch. It's just loose still, but show it off, Clayton.
Ready to race.
It is not ready to race, but as I mentioned probably at the beginning of this video, we're less than 2 weeks away from where we're supposed to be racing at our first event. Who knows if we're going to make it. We're busting our butt to try to get it finished. We did a lot of things in this video, well, not in the video, but we did a lot of things prior to this video. Hopefully the content kind of shows some of the stuff on our never-ending checklist. If you have any questions or comments about this, Clayton, am I forgetting anything that we may have done to this that we forgot?
Man,
it's been endless.
There is, we'll have to film more.
The wing alone took so much time, yes, as we've probably mentioned. But on that note, wish us luck. Racing season is upon us, and we're trying to get this thing there. See you guys in the next video. Thanks everybody for the support.